Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. My name is Ain Fatin Nurhusnina binti Abu Bakar and my partner is Nuralia binti Azreen. Today we are going to talk about something related to our mental health. Do you know that according to the latest National Health and Mobility Survey, every 3 in 10 adults aged 16 years and above in Malaysia suffer from some form of mental health issue. So, what is mental health? Mental health is a cognitive, behavioral, and also emotional well being. In other words, it's all about how people think, how people feel, and how people behave. Because we are from a faculty science and we have done some readings, today we are going to present to you the factors affecting mental health among teenagers. Our presentation will be divided into 4 parts. The first part is the introduction that I have done just now. The second part is the first factors, and another 2 parts will be presented by Nuralia, which is the second factors and also the conclusion. So the first factors that affecting mental health among teenagers is bad daily habits. These habits can impact the mental health among teenagers in such a very bad way, not just in the short term but also in the long term. So the bad habits that usually teenagers have is sleeping problems. Teenagers tend to sleep late at night and sleep too much in the long term, in a long time. So it can cause some changes in the function of neurotransmitter serotonin and will contribute to the development of depression. Some studies also showed that the people who suffers the insomnia has a high risk of depression over the people who do not have any problem in their sleeping sleeping. So this shows that sleeping problems is also a bad habit that can give impact to the teenagers. Next, habits that usually teenagers have is overuse of social media. Overuse of social media can give a big impact in their mental health. How? It normally teenagers Normally, teenagers like to compare themselves with people that they only know in social media. When they are comparing themselves, it can lower their self-esteem and start think negatively. They will think that they are not worth to anyone, and it can be result in the symptom of anxiety and also depression. Some studies from University of Pittsburgh's School of Medicine also said that the more time teenagers spend in their social media, the more likely to have the symptom of anxiety, anxiety and also depression among teenagers. So I will pass my presentation to Nuralia.
Thank you, Ain. Next, I'm going to talk about the second factor that affecting teenagers' mental health, which is surrounding factor. Next, this factor can be real when a divorce happens in the family. This is because teenagers can experience deficit in emotional development, uh, where sometimes older children are showing little emotional reaction towards their parents' divorce. This is proved by a psychologist, Lori Rappaport. She said that children from all ages can seem tearful and depressed, which is a state that can last for several years. She also mentioned that this may not be developmentally beneficial for teenagers, that especially teenagers that show little emotional response, which is actually bottling up their negative effect, their negative feelings. On the other hand, next, on the other hand, bullying can also affect teenagers' mental health. This is proved by a research that suggests children and youth who were bullied are more likely to experience depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem. Moreover, they are also more likely to feel lonely and want to avoid blending with people. The same study also showed that children and youth who bullied others are at higher risk of more intense antisocial behavior, like problem with people around them, substance use, and aggressive behavior. So, uh, in conclusion, we have seen that bad daily habits and problematic surrounding can give a very big impact towards teenagers' mental health. Sleep problems, and overuse of social media can cause a serious depression, while um, parents' divorce and bullying can affect emotional development, also social behavior. However, there is always a chance for us to improve the way we act and think to every hurdle in life. In words of the famous former American actress and the wife of Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, she said that we just need to be kinder to ourselves. If we treat ourselves the way we treat our best friend, can you imagine how much better off we would be? So I think that brings me to the end of the presentation. Thank you for your attention.